empathy is one of those skills in leadership that we often talk about for relationship building. And yes, it is vital for relationship building. It allows us the opportunity to approach with compassion. And in that approach, we're depositing into someone else's trust bank. We're essentially saying, this is a safe space for you to be able to talk about what's really going on for you. And when we demonstrate that compassion for how someone else is experiencing context of life, they feel that reciprocal exchange of trust, and that strengthens our relationships. Empathy can also be very straightforward in relationships, in leadership, can be very straightforward in the way that if I have experienced what you have experienced, and if the trigger in the context of your experience also produces the same kind of emotional response in me and the same kind of behavioral response in me, then I get you, you get me. That in and of itself strengthens a bond between two people as well, strengthens trust, increases psychological safety. And this is often how we think of empathy in a very limited way, that this is it. In leadership, our ability to use empathy as an influencing skill for behavior change is when we're highly proficient within this emotional intelligence aspect. Our ability to use empathy for parallel thinking, for connecting of dots, and for revealing the truth. Those three areas of the use of empathy is how, when we as a leader haven't experienced what the individual is experiencing, or if we have, as a leader, are having a difficult time extracting information, or if as a leader, we also know that truth-telling isn't happening. And what ends up becoming a really challenging conversation to get through and to get to a resolution or to get to really good actions for solution becomes something that, well, is the exact opposite. By using empathy in this way, those really challenging conversations become a lot easier. They become a lot more telling. They reveal all of the components that seem hidden. They also enable you as a leader to destroy assumptions, judgments, and storytelling in your own head and be able to address the root cause head on, meaning you get to stop having that same conversation over and over and over again. You move to behavior change a lot faster, and you also move to decision-making around performance improvement plans or termination a lot faster. The benefit of this overall is, of course, a high-functioning team. The secondary benefit to that is a reduction in stress, because we don't stay in this lack of performance cycle where we're not having good conversations and people aren't changing their behavior. That really produces a lot of stress for everyone involved. And so we get through that stress-inducing cycle a lot faster. How do we start building this skill of empathy? Well, here's the invitation. On November 23rd, I'm hosting a lunch and learn, Influential Empathy. If you want to know how to increase your proficiency in this skill in the ways that I've been discussing, then get yourself signed up, get your leadership team signed up, and let's dig into this skill with greater levels of impact and influence.